Less than 12 hours before that scary situation, police say a man with a gun walked into an emergency room over in Covington.
And WLWT News 5's Todd Dykes live right now over there with what happened overnight on St. E's campus right next to 7175. Hi, Todd.
Hi, Mike and Sheree. Yeah, what happened here during the midnight hours and, of course, the lockdown over at UC Med Center point to the danger that officers and even patients can face in settings that are designed to promote healing and recovery.
At 2:30 this morning, St. Elizabeth's emergency department in Covington had all the makings of a crime scene. Detectives swarmed the medical campus just off I-7175 in the aftermath of an incident involving a man who walked in carrying a gun. As that happened, 2 officers arrived and made contact with the unnamed man. Investigators say within seconds, the man turned the gun on himself and took his own life. No one else was hurt.
It's terrible, you know, the fact that you have a hospital that are supposed to be there to help people, and only to have somebody that comes in with a gun and put these people in this situation. It's just something it's a policeman's worst nightmare.
With Covington Police not available to comment today, I talked about the overnight incident with Ken Kober, president of Cincinnati's FOP.
No officer wants to have to encounter any of these violent things.
Like many officers, Kober remembers this scene that happened nearly 8 years ago at a psychiatric facility close to UC Medical Center. In that instance, a man shot and wounded a security guard and fired at a Cincinnati police officer before shooting himself.
It's a dangerous situation, especially when you're talking about a psychiatric facility where people are typically, unstable to begin with.
Kober says hospital leaders know that keeping staff members and patients safe has to be a priority.
They set their own policies as to how they're going to do it, how they want the police to react to certain situations where they're going to be, and they're typically staged at whatever that main point of entrance is. That way they can see who's coming and going and hopefully prevent something like this from happening again.
Now, St. E officials and Covington Police have not said how many other people were in the ED waiting room when the shooting happened overnight here in Covington. Kober emphasized, of course, that safety starts with yourself in these kinds of situations. He notes that waiting rooms can be filled with people who are simply staring at their smartphones, maybe with their earbuds in, not paying a lot of attention. He says that kind of distraction could have been dangerous given what transpired here overnight. Reporting live here in Covington, Todd Dykes, WLWT News 5.